Hello and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. It's been a while, so it's about time we get back into this game. We're currently in Harv, or something like that, Montana. Here, I'll just show you on the map. How about we go that route? Oh, I need to actually mark anyway, so that works. So we're here in Arv. So we're going from Arv to the post office in the Winter Wonderland World of Trucks event. I'll explain more what that means. Well, I guess I'll do that right now. So for this event, it's a World of Trucks event, so you do need to have World of Trucks connected to your profile for it to work. But basically, I need the external contracts for this to work. There's the snowflakes on each of the cities, and basically the community goal is to get 1,000 deliveries or pickups to each city. Well, you have to take one of the Christmas Winter Wonderland deliveries, which the easiest way to find them is to look for anything with Christmas in the name. And so after you pick up, you go to one of these points here on the map with the little swirly thing. Then you teleport to the Christmas Island, or whatever it's called, which you'll see in this video. And then you go to, it's a snowy themed winter map. It actually has slippery roads, which is pretty neat. From there you drop off as you would. And if you'd like, you could take a delivery back, and that does count if you take a delivery from the island to the mainland. So for the personal goal, you need 15 deliveries, 5 unique depots, which I believe is all 5 of the locations on the Winterland map. And this event ends on January 14th, so when this video is uploaded, you'll have a few more days before it ends. Okay, with that convoluted, probably lots of cuts, explanation out of the way, let's actually get back into the game. Mods will be shown at the end of the video. I'll probably timestamp it if I remember. And oh, we will see green snow. That's an issue with the winter mod, I'm pretty sure. And I'm not using the winter physics, but you'll see slippery roads on the winter map. Jump right into the truck and get started. Put the windows up here too.
Turn left.
Oh boy, this fog's gonna be fun, isn't it? Hopefully the recording looks okay with the fog. I don't think I've ever recorded when it's this foggy, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. Imagine it'll be fine, you just won't see much. Oh, that's a car. Well, we're going, sorry. Sorry about you driving your Lamborghini. Is that a Yalpa, I want to say?
Go straight.
I don't know why the truck's freaking out. I feel like the emergency braking has gotten worse since it came out. Like when it first released, officially released, not the whole you can activate it in the console thing. It was like perfect. And as time has gone on, it's gotten more and more sensitive to the point where leaving or trying to enter and exit companies triggers it, and like I can't leave. So I have it set to vehicles only, and even with it at vehicles only, like going down the highway, there'll be nobody in front of me. Maybe some cars coming towards me, but it'll be like a road like this where there's more than enough room. There's no way it's picking those up. And I'll go up a slight hill, and it's like it's picking up the hill and will start slowing the truck down, even though I have it set to vehicles only. So I don't know what that's about. It's kind of disappointing that we've been going backwards on that, and I haven't seen anybody else really talking about that. I have looked on the forums. So, I mean, I thought it was the JazzyCat cars, which kind of I think actually was, because they did update those and it helped. But it's still happening, so I don't know if it is still those cars, or if there's something else at play here. Not sure, but it is irritating, because I do like you having that all turned on, since it would be in a truck like this. And as you can see here, the green snow is prevalent. I guess it's just a part of the winter mod.
Go
I don't
straight.
know. Oh, and if you did notice when I was in the map, not much of the map has been explored. It's because I finally have a new profile for my mods, which I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've gotten a new or replaced my modded profile. I think the one I was using was my original profile from 2016 when I got the game. Not 100% sure on that, but I think so. So that profile's, either way, that profile's years old, and it was time. By creating a new profile, there's less crashes, frame rate's more stable, and all the random errors in the console that I couldn't account for don't happen anymore. So if you're having issues like that, I'd recommend new profile might help. Oop, that was a bit of a lag spike though. Didn't drop low enough though that you'll see it. It's, as I mentioned before, I do play the games at a higher frame rate than I record, which record at 60. And that way, in theory anyway, when there are lag spikes, mostly that's for Beam and G. Because when I do those police chases, there's a lot of vehicles,
Go
stuff
straight.
happening. But it does help here too. But yeah, when there's a frame drop in the game, generally doesn't show up in the video. And that certainly isn't always true. It has definitely shown up in many videos, but it helps. It helps cut down on that. I even had the audio and the video get out of sync one time from that. Lose sync with the audio, so that was irritating. And I didn't even realize it had happened until I was like, it was a BeamG video, and you can probably tell. I think it was, which one
Go
was
straight.
It was the one where I was on like, I can't remember what the map was called or what the video was called, but it was on an island. There were some big hills. I used the Rocco Legrand, like the sport version, is like the last car, and it was in that, using that vehicle is when it happened. And I didn't realize it until I was like at the very end of the video when I knew something I'd said happened with an event and they didn't match up anymore. That was fun, but thankfully I was able to mostly recover it. But I bet if you listen really closely, you can tell that something's not quite right with it. Generally don't get the syncing perfectly between the audio and the video, but usually it's close enough that unless you're really, really listening, you wouldn't be able to tell. I don't know, I struggle with editing. I really struggle with it. I never can tell if I have the right, or you know, if I have the audio levels mixed correctly. And I listen back to it and it's like, oh, maybe that's okay, maybe it's not. Or what if it's just my headphones that makes it sound okay? Because I've actually had that happen before, where I'll think, oh, that sounds okay. Then I'll listen to it when it's on YouTube on a different device, and it's like, well, that's kind of crappy. And I've actually re-uploaded a video because of it. No, I have not because of that. It was not bad enough that I re-uploaded the video, that's right. So no, I have not done that. It was a different reason. I don't remember, that was a while ago, but I don't think it was actually audio related. Okay, we have a way station coming up. If I remember, this one's closed. Because I did go the opposite direction from this teleport point to get here. Yeah, she's closed. Oh yeah, this one's been closed for a while. There's not even huts or anything over here. Alright, we're coming into a town, so we'll slow her down. Use that Jake brake.
Get ready to
But yeah,
turn
the Jake
left.
brake is, I think, correctly simulated when we get to the slippery, island. Because my understanding is that, well, how a Jake brake
Turn
works. Let's
left.
start there. Is it? Well, okay, I don't know like exactly how it works. I blew past where the turn is. Perfect. All right, we'll find a place to turn around. So Jake brake works by slowing down the drive wheels. Heard that it like cuts fuel to the engine or something, and like that uses the compression of the wheels turning, or the drive line turning the engine to slow it down or something. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but that's something I've heard. But either way, it uses the drive wheels to slow the truck down. That part I know is true, and that's really what's relevant here. Let's take a look at the map and see if that's what I'm... Oh, there's a little spot up here. Okay, that's not bad. We'll turn around up here. So the Jake brake slows down the drive wheels. Some truckers don't use the Jake brake when it's wet, and the general rule seems to be never use it when it's slippery. And since that island is slippery, I've had a little bit of a chance to play with that. And how it works in the game is you can kind of feel the truck wants to slide, the drive wheels want to slide out, but when there's a trailer, there's too much weight on the wheels to actually get them to like slide out and jackknife. I don't know, I mean that almost feels not slippery enough, feel like. I've heard it mentioned that if you hit a slippery patch with a jake brake, it will slide out.
Turn left.
Oh wait, is this... Oh, was it a... No, it's not a one-way, okay. So yeah, because I was planning on turning around up here. Or turning in up here. So I'm not sure if that's not slippery enough. It could also, like, totally work, and it's because I do have a different physics mod currently installed. And that might be affecting it and preventing it from being as slippery as it should be.
Turn
so
right.
I'm not sure on that one. Oh great, there's a truck coming. That's going to make this weird turn impossible. Because you can be guaranteed they're not going to give me any room. Oh, he is actually giving me room. Hey, what do you know?
Finding a new route.
Alright, so hopefully my sort of explanation of the jake brake makes sense. And if anybody knows if I'm right or wrong about how it works, but also how it should function in the snow. I mean, I'll show it when we get there. So maybe... I'm not sure if you'll even be able to see much. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Hopefully that sort of made sense. And if it's completely wrong, please correct me.
Right.
Alright. Turning back onto the road here. Gonna just text and drive for a second, look at my list. See here, oh yes, editing. So, I mean, I kind of touched on that already, but we'll just jump right into that. As I said, I really can't figure editing out. I'm just not. I'm not a professional editor and never will be. Freeze frames, that's what it's called, and like little bubbles that show something that's happening if it's out in the distance is probably about all you can expect out of me. And I do kind of want to learn how to like do the zoom in freeze frames. Haven't figured that one out yet. I'm sure it's not that hard. Of course, first time I did a freeze frame, that kind of screwed up the entire video, but that's a story for another time. But either way, it's not that difficult, and I imagine the zoom in freeze frame isn't either. I just haven't looked on how to do it, frankly, or had the time to look and deal with all the possible video getting destroyed that goes along with it. So sometime when I have a little extra time when I'm editing, as I have done for all the other stuff I've learned, I'll take the chance to look, see how it works. But anyway, I'm not going to be doing complex editing. I don't have the skills. I can barely get the audio mixed correctly here. And I still don't know if I get it right. I'm mostly happy with how I've gotten it the last few videos, but it probably still could be better. Alright, coming up on the turn. Let's not miss it this time. This guy? No, it's the gas station. Right? Yeah. Well, I think I actually, yeah, I could have turned down there. So when you go to these places to teleport to the island, you're looking for the snowflakes, which are over there. And you drive into it, shut your truck off, and then hit enter, and it teleports you to the island. As we're about to see here, so we'll just... Well, it'll be like a bell too. Alright, you should be able to hear the bells. And the plane flying around, too. All the touch-and-go planes, since that's... Although, there it is. Okay, to the island. As you can see, it doesn't take too long to load it up. And that was real time. Alright, let's start the truck up. Oh, a nice little attention to detail. The temperature, negative 34. It changes to, you know, match the island. So as you can see, there's snowy roads. But here's the map. You can see where I've been. Where I haven't been. All these like little shoot-off things, like here and here, are the places where you can enter and exit the map, even though they're not marked. I think they should be, but that's what those are. Okay, so we're heading up to the post office, which is past this village. Up this road here, up this section, does get pretty steep. It's like up a mountain, it's a little mountain path. And that'll be a good place to example a Jake break, probably. Alright, so we're actually... Oh, so it's best to not go over 20 on these roads, I've found. And when you're making a turn really slow, those of you that have driven in winter weather before, just follow those rules that you'd follow in real life and you should be alright. And for those of you that haven't, just, you know, even if you... I mean, the road texture doesn't change, so just assume that it's always slippery, which I think it actually is. And go slow, especially around turns. You're just going to plow straight through them if you're going too fast. And that is realistic. That will happen in real life. You know, something they don't have in this that doesn't happen is like, well, I don't know if it would, I guess I don't know if it would happen in a truck, but like going around a turn and your back wheel hits some ice and the back end slides out. I haven't had that happen. It always just plows right through a corner if I'm going too fast. So I don't know if that... I would think that would have to be possible in a truck.
Get ready
and they
to
just
turn
don't simulate
right.
that. And yeah, oh yeah, there's no traffic,
right.
so like blinkers and all that. I'm just doing it because I'm used to doing it when I'm making a turn, but like you don't need to. Oh, I hear the train. There's like a holiday train, steam engine that rolls around. I'm sure we'll see it. Actually, I know we will. It passes right next to the post office. Alright, so now that we're getting closer to the end here, I'm going to really start trying to push through the list of stuff I wanted to talk about. So, the transitions may not be real natural here, but I'm just going to try to work through the list here. So, my plans for 2024 on the channel. Intros. You know, like this video and pretty much all my videos, like, oh, welcome to whatever game, and that whole thing, and that always, it's long. It's too long. I need to be more to the point, so instead of like in BMG where I'm on the home screen and welcome, blah, 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 this is what we're doing. I'm just gonna jump right in. When the video starts, I'm gonna be in-game, traffic's gonna be loaded up. I mean, that's just one example of a game and how I'm gonna change the intros. But that, other than the more casual ones like American Truck, that one, games like that, I'll still do welcome to intro. But BeamNG, Wreckfest, that sort of thing, I'm just gonna jump right into it. Channel has become family friendly. That wasn't necessarily planned, but it's kind of happened. And so at this point, it's gonna leave it as is. So if you're expecting me to play games that aren't family friendly, that's not happening. Never was my intention to make it family friendly. It just so happens that the games I play are family friendly, so the channel's family friendly. That's kind of where I'm at on that one. Games I'd like to play on the channel this year, we have as standards BeamNG, Wreckfest, ATS. We're doing it right now. Maybe an ETS or a Truckers MP or something. If I do ETS, it'd probably be Truckers MP. I don't have a modded profile set up for that right now. And then there's Alaskan Road Truckers, which I wanted to play last year, but it's totally a bright on. There's no reason not to. No traffic. Yeah, I wanted to do Alaskan Road Truckers last year. It's a new game that came out last year. October, I think it was. But I haven't played on the channel yet because I don't feel like it's ready, frankly.
Get ready to turn
When it
right.
came out, it was, I don't want to say bad, but it wasn't ready.
Turn right.
I think that's the best way to put it. It just was not ready. And they kind of felt like they had to put it out because it already had been delayed by literal years. So I understand why they put it out, but it was definitely disappointing with how long everyone's waited and then all the issues that were there. And to their credit, it is their first game and they have made massive improvements. Even just within the first week, they did like daily updates where there, and it was massive improvements even just in that 1 week. And as the months have gone on, it's gotten a lot better. The majority of the issues aren't issues anymore. Though the big one that I'm waiting for them to fix is the traffic. The traffic goes way too slow and makes it basically impossible to do anything. It's all mostly, I mean, it's Alaska, so it's mostly 2-lane roads that aren't very wide, so you're trying to pass cars, can't pass cars, you're just stuck behind a pickup truck going 35 miles an hour everywhere. And it just wouldn't be very good for a video, so I've been waiting on that.
Get ready to turn
As far as I
left.
know, granted I haven't played it in a little while, but my understanding is that's still a problem. Then,
Turn
SimRail,
left.
yeah, that came out early last year. It's right now it's a Polish rail simulator, trains. And they have some third parties that are making a map for Germany and the US. I want to say those are the two that are confirmed. But I think they have ambitions to do elsewhere too, and they have and it's all like 1-to-1 scale. They have modern trains, old trains. I think they even want to put steam trains in at some point. But either way, they still have like Soviet era trains, modern trains, commuter trains, high-speed trains, long-distance trains. Graphics are really good too. They just recently did an update that has seasons, something this game doesn't have. Just gotta call that out. Yes, I'm kind of salty about that. So yeah, that's definitely a game that's gonna appear on the channel. Again, wanted to do it last year and just never got around to it. But it's a really awesome train sim game. Or they don't just keep releasing the DLCs and leaving bugs and poor frame rates and all that jazz. They actually listen to the community, they interact with the community. Unlike a certain train sim developer. I'm not going to name any names, but I'm sure those of you in the train sim space know exactly who I'm talking about. Alright, we are coming into the post office here. Well, the town that the post office is in. Oh, I forgot to do the Jake break. Okay, let's do it right here. And Jake break. Yeah, see the truck, like, yeah, so you can't, it's more of a feel thing than I mean, you sort of see it shaking around and everything, but I don't know. I had a better example of it when I was actually going away, leaving the post office there. It seemed to be, but anyway, the back kind of wants to slide out, but it doesn't. It, like, you know what? I bet it's because I have the traction control turned on. If I didn't, I bet the back would slide out. That's probably it. Alright, well that's that mystery solved. So, maybe just modeled correctly. Alright, the last thing on my list... Oh, I have
Get
two
ready to turn
maybe
left.
games for this year.
Turn left.
Cities... Yeah, thank you. Returning left. It's right here. The white lines are... I'm pointing to my screen like you can see that. Oh, the brights turned off. Oh, because of the train. Oh, that's... I usually turn the brights off by now. There's the training. But that's actually a nice attention to detail, because I do have the auto brights turned on, so having them turn off when the train appears is a neat little attention to detail. Alright, so yeah, there's no backing here. It's just pull straight into
Have
this
arrived
place.
at your destination.
So I have... Yeah, so I have two more possible games on the list. City Skylines 2 and Fernbus. City Skylines 2. Until they fix that game, I'm not going to buy it. They're like flat out, don't own it yet. So no guarantee that's going to happen. But if they fix it, I'll buy that. That looks interesting. Fernbus, which I've almost recorded... Or no, I have recorded a video before, but I threw it out because it was so boring. but it's a bus sim in Germany. Well, not just Germany anymore. It's Europe, EU countries mostly, I think. It's a coach bus sim. You drive long distance. It's an interesting game for sure. Not quite as polished as this game, so that's generally why I don't play it often, but, you know, might make an interesting video. That's where I am with the channel. I know it got kind of dense there at the end. Hopefully that wasn't too much rambling. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good holiday season, and I'll see you in the next video.